6 o'clock, I call the meeting to order. I'm going to take the roll. Jen Frank?
Here.
Bill
Here.
Crouch?
Here.
I'm right. Alex Crawford here. Has the meeting been duly noted?
Yes, 48 hours proper notice.
And then, when I said here, I didn't.
I can.
All right.
Could I have a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll make a motion that we approve the agenda.
I second it.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The agenda is approved, 3 votes to 0. Okay, we come to item 4, new business, appointment of board members to fill vacancies. I'm just going to let you know how this will go. We will have 2 lists, a list of candidates for position 1, a list of candidates for position 2. Can you all hear me? Seems to be fading, okay. And when we have the list complete, we will vote. Each director will have 1 vote for each position. And the majority, the one who gets the majority votes for each position will be elected as a director. As long as the board understands that.
Yeah. Can you read this so that you all understand it? Well,
I think he doesn't.
so he did has a memorandum.
Well, it says it's privileged.
Yeah, it says it's privileged.
Well, wait a minute, when I printed it out.
Well,
Oh, the top of it.
yeah.
But anyways, we should be able to paraphrase somehow.
Why would how you select board members be privileged?
Well, the memo is privileged. Do you want to have a go at it?
Yeah.
Why, is there pending litigation for board member or something?
No.
I talked to Dan today, that's why I knew this was coming, okay, that's right, maybe I. But anyways, this is just.
I can't see your smiling face.
This is to let you know that, you can come up and discuss this, and you can participate, but it's just that the only people who can actually put a name on this list is us. Okay, so if you came up and you said, whatever, you talked about a certain person, you'd like them on there, I could choose to do that, or one of us can choose to put it on there. But you can't, demand us to put it on there, or it's not up to you. The names that go on here are up to us. I think that's about it. I just wanted to make sure that you guys knew you could participate in some fashion.
Okay, and please, if you want to participate, just indicate, and you can come up and use the microphone so everybody can hear, just like we normally do. Okay, we're going to start with position 1.
Yes, I do have a nominee for board consideration. I do have a bio. Her name is Beth Twigg, and she has been a member of the Holly by the Sea Homeowners Association for almost 5 years. She has over 20 years experience in banking, where she has worked as a teller, assistant branch manager, and every position in between. She has served on other boards, including 3 years of the Officers' Wives Board. She has worked diligently with Jan Frank to evaluate the local banks as outlined in the transition plan. I believe she would be a wonderful asset to the board, and I nominate her as a member of the board, or a nominee.
Jan?
You only have that one, Bill?
That's all I have.
We're
Okay.
doing list 1. We start with this
Okay.
and then go on to list 2.
Okay. I'd like to consider Pete Wishenko. Pete's been on our architectural committee for a number of years. He's currently the chair in that position. That causes you to learn an awful lot about our covenants, so he's very up to snuff on that. Let's see. some of his background. Ran his own electric company, running my own electric contracting business, working as a lieutenant in the Yonkers Fire Department for many years has given me the skills to work with customers and the general public with an open mind to solve problems. I think this experience will allow me to work with other board members and achieving the common goals of our membership. Let's see, I think it's important to have business experience to run for the board. Running my own business gave me the opportunity to work with a budget and plan for savings and spending. I believe the key to a balanced budget is to try to predict for unforeseen expenditures. It is important to have long and short range goals to effectively plan the future. I'm not going to read all of it. Let's see, working for the fourth largest city in New York, I became familiar with dealing with the public officials as a lieutenant in the Yonkers Fire Department, Special Operations Division. I worked with City Hall, often ordering and maintaining all supplies and equipment. This ranged from being involved in the purchase of $750,000 fire truck to toilet paper. As an electrical contractor, I also dealt with city and county offices to obtain work permits. Okay. I'd also like to recommend Rod Danner. Rod has a BS in biology from the University of South Alabama, 26 hours postgraduate Parks and Recreation Administrator, University of South Alabama, over 1,000 hours of law enforcement and management training during his career.
I have some questions. Earlier on, one of the names you mentioned is on the recall. Wouldn't that change the recall somehow, or? I'm curious how that will work.
Yeah.
In other words, if you were elected under the recall that calls for two individuals to take office, what would you do? I mean, how would that work out?
Well, I'm not exactly sure how it worked out, but I did speak with the lawyer today, and I'm not saying, and I don't think you were saying either, that because they're on that list that they're automatically considered. That's not the case. But I don't think that it should be a problem. I'll say I thought this through this afternoon. I don't know if I could recall exactly how to explain it.
The only reason I ask is because the recall talks about replacing two spots, and so.
Well, actually, no, it talks about
Three
replacing
spots.
3 spots.
I'm sorry, three spots.
3 spots.
So would they only replace 2 then, or still continue to?
Well, one of them would possibly take one of these. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
It's my understanding when the recall ballot went out, Ryan Miller's name was on there.
Correct.
But because he resigned prior to it going out, the attorney said it was still fine. So I don't see any difference in this. There shouldn't be any problem.
Which attorney is that?
An independent attorney that somebody talked to about.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Go on.
Oh, let's see. You've been attending board meetings, as you know, Pam Shanker comes to all of them. Familiar with the prospective property rights and restrictions, bylaws and covenants? Yes. Excuse me? Yes, this is Rod Danner. 27 years of management experience within the federal government as a duty sworn law enforcement officer and chief of law enforcement, problem solving and seeking alternative solutions. Crisis and emergency management, supervision, budget management, managed $2.5 million budget. Experience in long-range planning and budgeting, major event planning for multi-day events with 250,000 person per day attendance, responsible for law enforcement, security, medical, and fire responsibilities. Coordination with local entities and state agencies in planning and conducting the events. I have worked with all levels of federal, state, local, county, and local governments. I'd also like to recommend Robert Bauer, BS Electrical Engineering, Masters in Aeronautical Science, Aviation and Aerospace Management, myriad of U.S. Air Force professional education programs, including Air War College, Air Command, and Staff College. Let's see. Team player, willing to listen to ideas and concerns of others. I have a history of organizational excellence, both as a member and a leader. When leading organizations, I understand it's the people of the organization who make things happen. I will not rush to a decision or vote. And when I do make one, I will openly discuss the process and rationale. I understand the double-edged sword of social media, and I'm willing to engage in open discussion with members. Following are a few of my duties, titles during the 22-year USAF career: Interim Commander, Canadian Air Defense Sector Commander, 722nd Air Control Squadron, Chief Wing Plans and Programs, 505 Command and Control Wing, Herbert Field, Chief Wing Plans and Programs, 3rd Wing. Throughout successfully dealt with 5-year planning of these installations, including construction, infrastructure, and operations. Successfully dealt with large annual budgets of these organizations, provided oversight of the construction of a $30 million command control facility, as well as oversight of multi-million-dollar annual budgets. Well experienced in risk management and deliberative planning. I don't think I have to read it again. Put it down on the other side too.
Jan, can I ask a question? Do you know these applicants personally?
Let's see, a little bit. I don't know Rob about that much. I know his wife. I don't know Rod that well. I know his wife. And I only know Peter Schenkel from the board.
Okay.
Okay.
Jan, I just have a quick question. Was
Could
all
you
those,
come up to the, speak up, they're trying to record it.
were all 3 of those nominations for one position, or were they 3 nominations for both positions?
We're
At the moment-
dealing with,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
right now we're taking list 1, but if Jan wants to put them over to list 2 as well, she won't have to read them again.
Oh, I got it, okay, got it.
Okay?
I have another question, and I know it sounds odd, but I've seen it before here. Are these people willing to take the position? Because people at the last moment say, oh, no, I don't want it.
Are they all here?
Beth Twig, she's willing. Pete Wishenko,
He's not here, but he's in another meeting. He told me to let you know that he'll try to get here as soon as he can, but, he is willing.
And I did check with him, Pat. I did check with him.
Rodana,
Well, the reason, like I said, I asked is because at the last minute, because I changed my mind on it.
Right.
and,
Is Rod Banner here? Yes.
yeah, he said yes. Yes.
And I accept. And I'd also have an email from Yvonne Harper volunteering as well. I know everybody knows her, so I think there's a lot of trust with that. So if I could nominate you to nominate her, I have an email where she said she's volunteering.
Do you wish to add another person?
I would add her, but, I mean, she seems capable from, I've witnessed her here at the meetings, I know she comes to the meetings a lot, I know she's well spoken, she did a presentation on the insurance. She's been very active since I've been on the board.
So you're putting her on. Just for clarity. Okay, we're gonna start list 2 now. Oh, go ahead.
I just have one more question, since it seems like that was a nomination from the floor. Am I correct?
Correct.
Okay, if a director wants to put it on the list, they can.
So somebody from the floor could say, I'd like to be on there?
Somebody from the floor can, ask. They can
That's what I'm
ask.
saying, I'd like to be, yeah.
Somebody from the floor can ask, but a director must put them on the list. Okay? Okay, I only read the instructions about 15 minutes ago, so just bear with us. Okay, we're gonna start list 2 now. Okay? For list 2, I would nominate Mary Langdon. She is a 7-year Holly by the Sea resident. She's the mother of 4 children, grandmother of 1. She currently works full-time managing a repair facility for a defense contractor at Hurlburt Field. She's married to a 26-year Air Force veteran who now works at Hurlburt Field. Prior to moving to Florida, Mary ran a 100-acre horse ranch in Oklahoma. She's also worked as a quality assurance representative and subject matter expert for a defense contractor in Fort Walton Beach. Mary also stepped up, along with Yvonne Harper, to volunteer to gather more information on the prospective HR companies and was able to present her report in a concise and timely way. I feel that Mary Langdon represents the Holly by the Sea resident, wife, mother, grandmother, and I think she would be a great asset to the board. Jan, you want to put the one?
The same three.
Same three or the same four? Same four.
Same one, sorry.
I'd also like to add, why not?
Well, what do you want to add to this? You can only get one vote for each list.
Okay, well,
You
I
wanna-
want Beth Twig on both lists, is that right?
Okay, whoever on each list gets the majority, they will be, so we'll get one from list one and one from list two.
Okay.
Do you want to put her on list two or?
Well, I wanted to give the best shot at becoming director.
Okay, we get, each director gets a vote, so that's 3 votes on each list. Okay, so if somebody with 2 out of 3 on list 1 would be the nominee, somebody on list 2, 2 out of 3 would be the nominee. Is that
So
clear?
if there's a tie, what do we do?
Then we have to vote again. Well, how would it, well, if you've got 3 people with 1 vote each, then somehow we'd have to vote again.
Provided that it's still open position. I'm just trying to.
Okay, let me go over this. Excuse us. Okay, for list 1, each director gets 1 vote, okay? And we count up the votes, and whichever person gets the most votes will be that nominee for list 1, for position 1. For list 2, every director gets 1 vote. I'm just writing all the others down here. Okay?
So if somebody in list 1 is not voted on with a majority of vote, and they're not on list 2, they don't get another shot, is that it?
Yes.
Well, then why don't we have them both on list 1 and 2?
You just have one big list.
I'm not trying to be difficult.
Okay, if we vote on list 1 and somebody gets the majority,
Right.
they're eliminated from list 2.
Okay.
Okay?
So we do need to have both on list
All right, we'll
1.
put everybody on both lists, all right, all right.
How about just having one list?
Well,
Because we have 2 positions.
let's go this way, okay.
Okay, I have 2 questions. One is, once you vote the first position, and if that person happens to be here, are they gonna be seated and then have a say in
No.
other votes?
No.
Okay, that's one question. The other question is, it seems to me that it would be more fair and not biased, since all of these candidates are all, in my opinion, equally qualified to sit on the board. If we would just put their names in a hat and draw the first 2, then sit the board, then it's unbiased. It's just chances of the draw.
No, that's not how it
Yeah, if they're
works.
not fit to serve, they're not on the list, so
No.
they're all fit to serve. They're all equally fit to serve, so just pull the names out of a hat.
That's not how it works. The directors have to vote.
Well, you could vote by saying, let's pull these first 2, and I vote for all of them. I'm just saying, it'd be more of a chance and be more fair for this community than biased votes. I mean, you might as well have just already seen the people that you want, unless you actually are gonna vote.
I think that's what we're trying to do.
In reply to his comment about picking the people you want, that has been done in the past. Past boards have already picked people even before a meeting, and they just, well, I forget her name offhand, but not just Clancy, it was somebody else that they actually didn't even have a board meeting about it. They just said, well, you know, I like, I forget her name, but I just like her and I've talked to her, she's a good person, then they placed her on the board. And that is past, what's called past practice. So it's been done before, this would not be the first time. So I thank you for your courtesy of taking the time to at least vote. As far as bias goes, I think I've seen more bias, more distrust than I've ever seen in my life by belonging to Holly Basie, period.
20 years.
Just a quick question. The people that run for this period, is it just until July?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
And they can run again, can't they?
yes, because
Yeah,
they're less than
they
6
can
months.
run again,
months.
yeah,
Okay,
they can run again.
They can run again.
Yeah. If you've been on the board for less than 6 months, you can run in the election. Okay, are we ready to vote? It doesn't seem like there's any more comment. Okay. Well, I did. Yeah.
You know, kind of want to look at me, I said, we do this out loud, should we first write our choice down, so one isn't influenced by the other person?
No, it's supposed to be out of the vote.
Well, yeah, I mean, we'll vote openly, but if we all individually put a name down first, rather than you hear who I vote for, and then you vote, he hears who you vote for, and he votes, something like that.
Okay.
If you mark already who you want, or certain or something, okay? And she marks already who she wants, and I mark already who I want, okay?
And then read them.
And then read it, does that sound?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, list one is Beth Twigg, Pete Washenko, Rod Danner, Robert Bauer, Yvonne Harper, and Mary Langdon. Okay?
Mary wants to-
Everybody on both
Oh,
lists.
I didn't have her down, I'm sorry.
Okay. Do you want to start, Bill? Is everybody written down?
That's about as farcical as I've ever seen. Mr. Cox looked over and saw what happened. Just, you two choose what you're gonna do, because that's what you're telling us. That's, you know what, you pay
I wasn't
tribute, you
keeping
pay
the list, I was
tribute, you
looking
pay
at her
tribute
list.
to those soldiers that died, and they died for free speech. I'm sorry, but what you did last week, Tuesday, about taking away the open forum, and now this, you spit up. That's just wrong.
Okay. Okay, the meeting will come to order. Okay, do you want to start?
Are we voting on individuals or?
We're voting on list one.
Off of list one, I'll make a motion that we.
No, just about.
I vote for Beth Twigg.
Jan?
Rod Danner.
I vote for Beth Twigg.
The next one's gonna be Mary, so you might
Okay,
just go ahead
Beth
and do it.
Twigg is removed and from list one, and she will take position one. List two. List two is Mary Langdon, Pete Washenko, Rod Danner, Robert Bauer, Yvonne Harper. Beth Twigg removed.
Anybody wanna make a bet?
Yeah, yeah. Make a bet,
Okay,
huh?
Bill?
I vote for Mary Langdon.
Surprise.
That's a surprise.
Jan?
Pete Washenko.
I vote for Mary Langdon. Order, please. Okay.
Wow.
Democracy at work.
The appointment of two board members to fill the vacancy. So, may I have a motion to appoint Beth Twigg and Mary Langdon to the two vacant positions?
I make a motion to appoint Beth Twigg and Mary Langdon to the position list one and to the two positions.
Okay. I second. Okay, it's motioned and seconded to appoint Beth Twig and Mary Langdon to the open positions for board members to fill the vacancies. Okay. Any debate? Okay.
What's the point? What is happening, bearing on the matter?
Trish Bauer, 7579 Treasure Street, member here for 8 years. I've never seen such disorganization from a board and such disregard. We have 1,700 votes, more votes that you even got to get elected to this position, and you're totally disregarding what the membership is wanting to say. I cannot believe this. I've been sitting here for several meetings, and you are ridiculous, Mr. President.
Thank you.
I'm not done. No, I've been sitting here, I've been holding my tongue, looking at you and the way you conduct this meeting and the way you're treating everybody in the membership. Yes, there's less membership here tonight, but you know, it's a weekend night. I'm sacrificing my time for my daughter's on spring break. She goes back to college tomorrow. This makes me want to sell my house from this association and move. I cannot believe this. We have a great community. We moved here for this purpose, and I cannot believe this. This is a total disregard.
The member will come to order, please.
Stand in
Thank
support
you.
of Trish, please.
I cannot
Thank
believe
you.
this. And I'm not one to get fired up, but I am flipping fired up right now.
Okay, there is a motion on the floor.
You are a total disgrace.
The member will come to order. There is a motion on
I
the
support
floor.
Jan Freak wholeheartedly. I love her. You are a total. I hope it's on video, Sandy. Thank you.
There is a motion on the floor. The motion is to appoint Beth Twig and Mary Landon to the vacancies for board members. Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those against? Nay?
Nay.
Say nay. Okay, the motion is passed 2-1. Mary Langdon and Beth Twig are appointed to the Board of Directors. Okay, we come to the second motion. Even though our attorney stated that it was a valid vote on December the 2nd, tonight we will ratify the vote. May I have a motion?
Can I say something first, please?
Can we have the motion?
Oh,
and we
okay.
can discuss? Sorry.
Okay. So can we have the motion?
I'll make a
first?
motion to ratify the December 2nd vote to terminate first services.
I second. It's motioned and seconded to ratify the December 2nd vote to terminate first service. Any debate?
No, I can, okay. All right, I just want to let people know, I thought people knew this. My husband does work at Holly by the Sea. He's worked here since 2011, which is before FSR came. He works a 10-hour-a-week job, 6 to 8 in the morning. To the best of my knowledge, he is one of the 11 people who, as I understand it, since he was here before first service, that means someone, he should be here when they leave. I don't know what you call it. They don't. Grandfather, I guess. I don't know if that's the correct saying. I talked to the lawyer today, and I asked, given that, if I should, what would they call it, recuse? Abstain, recuse. Okay. He said that it's a gray area. And when I explained to him what I just did to you, he said, well, that's kind of like, it's not like it's a very big position, but he just said it's a gray area. So basically, it's up to me. But what I'm doing right now is just disclosing that to you. Okay?
It's called conflict of interest.
Right? But it's a gray area. So he said it's up to me. Okay? That's why I called him that, okay? To make sure that I wasn't doing nothing wrong. Okay?
And I applaud you for that.
Thank you. I knew you would.
One better than this.
Okay. Ready for the question. The motion is to ratify the December 2nd vote to terminate first service residential. Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those against, say nay.
Nay.
Okay. The motion to ratify the December 2nd vote to terminate first service residential is passed 2-1. And 6:30, the meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
One point of comment, before y'all go. Recall efforts going strong.